It's yet another day of great Chelsea news coming to an end, and quite a number of stories are going to come through about our club. Starting off with the release clause as far as Ian Maatsen is concerned. That is now out. What does that mean for the club? I'll be sharing my view on that. I do get to tell you that I also do have more news as far as Andrey Santos' loan deal to Nottingham Forest, which has failed. Where does he go now? Where is he up to next? We cover that in this video, as well as, of course, the possibility of Karim Benzema coming to Chelsea. That must be very exciting. This and much more. Mugomisa Talks Chelsea. My name is Desire Derek for Mugomisa, and yeah, let's get started, shall we? Now, one thing is for sure, we're going to be talking about Chelsea a whole lot today. But before we do that, I would love for you to go ahead and here, I believe it's about here, please like this video. Please enable it go to as many people as possible, and let's be able to spread this Chelsea cheer as far as possible. And yeah, that will be your contribution to enabling me get to 1,000 subscribers. That is the road to 1,000. We're not even at 500, and that is not right, is it? Now let's get into the news today. The big story is coming in from Fabrizio Romano, and that is the update as far as Ian Maatsen is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, today Chelsea have decided that we should not have power over Ian Maatsen. We've decided that this will be the money that will be paid, and effectively have said that Ian Maatsen, we didn't value you enough. And we hope he will be saying it's Pochettino that didn't value me enough. And we've said, you know what, we shall not stunt your career, which is a good thing. Someone must be asking, did Chelsea talk to this guy and tell him that that's what we're going to be doing? No, they didn't. And it's because of this tweet that I think so. And this is why I come to that conclusion. Fabrizio Romano did put up a tweet, and he stated, exclusive story on Ian Maatsen, new deal at Chelsea confirmed, contract until 2027 agreed. We're in 2024, so that's a 3-year contract. Release clause also confirmed. The clause is worth £35 million starting from June 2024, which is about 4 or 5 months away from now. The final decision always up to player now on loan at Borussia Dortmund. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. This clause is active in June, which is at the end of this season. The boy has gone on loan. So could this be the sign that many of us that are Porsche out have been waiting for? Is this the sign that there is a good chance this man will be leaving the club at the end of the season? Because for me, they could have sold Ian Maatsen now. They could have just said, you know what, this is your obligation to pay £35 million at the end of the season and keep the lad. No, they've put a release clause instead. And this could be that, you know what, maybe they've even talked to the boy. Because again, this boy, his contract was coming to the end at the end of this season, if I remember that right. So they needed him to get, was it the end of this? No, I think at the end of next season. I'm sorry, I didn't get to look that up, but it was ending soon. So we needed to put him on a new contract. Now, I think it was at the end of next season. So there was a chance that, you know what, he goes ahead and runs down his contract and probably goes out there on the cheap to a new club on the cheap and probably demands for higher wages. That was an opportunity that Ian Maatsen had. However, he's decided that no, I will just sign a new contract and extend, put a release clause, and I'm thinking he must have asked for that himself as a player, put a release clause in there, such that whenever a club reaches it or matches it, I can get to go. But at the end of the day, it's no longer a Chelsea decision. It's not a decision for Chelsea to say we will sell for this much or not that. Now, of course, we shall remember that we were told Burnley had paid 30 million at the end of last season to be able to take Maatsen, but that deal wasn't able to be made. So it coming to, and Chelsea had accepted it, but Maatsen had refused. So if they go to 35 million, I think that is acceptable to Chelsea. The decision is in Maatsen's hands, and he seems to want to play at Chelsea Football Club. Of course, pending the relationships he grows and how well he does at BVB, that alone could make him decide and say, you know what, maybe I'm doing well in Germany. I should just stay here and get to, you know, play out here and just continue that way. So that is also something. Now, At the end of the season comes to an end. The board reviews Mauricio Pochettino. I don't think we are going to be reviewing results on their own anymore. It's also going to be about tactics. It's going to be about how have we used this squad? Do we see where we are going and all of that thing? Because if at all it was just on results, I think Mauricio Pochettino is out of the job already because that has not been very interesting. We seem to have turned the corner, but we can't be so sure with this Chelsea side. So that will be quite something. And then if at all this is reviewed and Mauricio Pochettino is deemed not good enough for the job, he walks out. Maatsen probably comes back in with a new manager in place, maybe with plans for him. Because no one can convince me that Ian Maatsen, with the lack of left backs we've had at Chelsea for the longest time, with a different manager, does not get to start at Chelsea Football Club. I think he's a talent that we shall regret losing if at all we go ahead and lose him. So yeah, that's that as far as Ian Maatsen is concerned. I'll be leaving that story at that and going on to the next one. Also one that is coming through courtesy of Fabrizio Romano, and that is the update on Andrey Santos. He's come out to speak on that loan that he had at Nottingham Forest, and he has stated it was my choice. Unfortunately, it wasn't how we all imagined. I imagined that I was going to play and so on. I was always ready, always well, but it was the coach's choice. I respect it. I am back to Chelsea now, and that is what he said to Global. I like this young man coming out to take responsibility for all of these things, because it's very easy for these younger players to just throw the blame on everyone else but themselves. He's coming out to own his decision, not his agent, not his manager, not the club pushing him out to go somewhere and all of that. Not to come out and say, I wanted to stay at Chelsea, it's been a bad decision to go there and all of that stuff. He's owned it. I think that's a good mark of a good young professional. He's now away with the Brazil national team, I think that's the under 20s and all of that, and he will be there for a bit of a while, so maybe he doesn't necessarily need another loan. Comes back, trains with the club whenever that is done, and again we go again in the preseason. He did decently well in the preseason. Unfortunately, he didn't get to work out, but hopefully when he comes back and, the changes in the managerial position that I hope we will be having. Again, my hope that the managerial changes are made and not because Mauricio Pochettino is a terrible manager or whatever. He's had terrible results and all of that, but he's still a good manager, just not for the kind of project that I see at Chelsea Football Club. And I think regardless of where we finish at the end of the season, the review should come down to, I think we don't have the right fit right here. We should be honest enough to know we don't have the right fit here and get in someone that fits this philosophy, someone that is willing to be a bit more, just not be rigid. I'm losing that word. Don't be rigid. Try to work with the players at their best and all of those kinds of things. Levi Colwill at left back can never be explained when you have Ben Chilwell on the bench, when you have Kukurea on the bench, when you have Ian Maatsen at the bench. And I'm not saying now, but there was a time when they were all available. They were left on the bench. Colwill was in left back. And the time when Chilwell came through, he came in as a left winger, just like he did this weekend again. So that has got to stop, and I think that is the mismatch that we really need to be addressing if we are going to be solving the issues that Chelsea continue to face. As we wind up our video today, let's talk about Karim Benzema. The man, the myth, the legend just might be available. He's dodging the trainings and all of that and has put himself in the Diego Costa situation whereby I am not showing up. You need to chase me out of here. Now, of course, he's a man that is available. When I read Karim Benzema, I'm a Barcelona fan when it comes to La Liga. So it's not that I've supported Benzema a lot. I was a France fan when they went out and won what they did, but it was Giroud who was in the striking position, and Benzema was not on the national team. So I've not really supported the guy. All I have are nightmares of Karim Benzema. I don't care if he's 36. I've already seen what a 36-year-old came to Chelsea and did for us. I want that to be repeated, because all we need is some experience in this squad. I don't care how old that person is or how much longer he's going to be. If you're going to talk a short-term fix, then the short-term fix is Karim Benzema. And I did see a tweet coming in from Vince. He came out to say Karim Benzema on a short-term loan to Chelsea seems like a match made in heaven on paper. I think so. But similar deals have crashed and burned in recent history. Again, transfers never assured. It would appear that signing a player of Benzema's ilk could only bolster a team's attacking force. It's a view coming in from someone called Callum Valley, who was writing or speaking to TalkSport in there. And for me, this is something that I agree to. I saw another tweet, and I'll put it up here, of someone saying, and I really hope it's nonsense, I really hope it's just silly season, that a 20-year-old Jean Duran from Aston Villa, Duran should be the one to come in as a short-term fix for Chelsea. And then another short-term fix of Evan Ferguson, no disrespect to the young man from Brighton, to becoming, come on guys. The problem we have is a lack of experience. Now you're bringing in 20-year-olds. I really do hope it's not real, because we are going to be moving from Posh out to Bully and Clear Lake Capital and their sporting directors out. What nonsense would that be? Ladies and gentlemen, we can't go any further than that. Thank you so much for joining me in this one. And yeah, please like the videos. That is very important. Please like these videos. Let the algorithm send us around. But as you go on about it, over 90% of you who are watching this content are not subscribed to the channel. And that's killing us, because we have thousands of you, yet we only have 461 subscribers by the time I recorded this video. So please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because I have great content coming through. Until the next video, keep the blue flag flying high. Adios.